You're right about that.
I want to welcome y'all to an episode of They Should Have Never Gave Us a Podcast. This is South Beach Murk, and this is my co-host D. Crosby.
Yo.
And man, we starting that thing off right today, boy.
Oh, you already
got that LOG ready?
Do say sipping.
Right.
Oh, and I got them fucking herbal fucking twin snakes. Them bitches that legit.
You did?
nigga drinking Douce eating gummy worms.
Come on. But
I'm living today.
man, today we have some serious topics, but first off I want to say, man, like I said, that LOG, man, I don't think that will get the proper respect in the city like I think it should.
They got a couple that don't get respect. You don't even hear about LOG no more, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I think the LOG don't get that proper respect like it's supposed to. But at the same time, we had to.
Fucking Pimp Daddy either though.
Ooh.
Pimp Daddy.
You ain't lying about
Pimp
that.
Daddy.
You ain't lying about that.
Pimp Daddy is about that time.
But today we got a couple of serious topics. And the topics that we have today, you know, like I said, it gets.
Man, fuck all that, man. Just get to the shits.
Get to the shits.
Get to the shits.
Get to the shits, my man.
Fuck that.
Well, I know for sure. I want to talk about, oh boy, Mr. Trump, bro.
Okay, switching it up today. Okay.
And reason why, hey, sometimes you got to do that.
Sometimes you got to do what you want to do.
You're right. And the reason why I won't get into the situation with old Trump.
I know we about to talk about Trump, but I'm really just in an at-home type of mood right now. Like I say, do what you want to do. First thing came on, man.
Do what you wanna, yeah. Hang out on the corner. Say, bro, it be that way sometimes, boy. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, put it like this, bro. This is a feel-good show. You know what I'm saying? Like, however you feel, I guarantee you gonna get that through us on this podcast.
You're right, and this is the podcast for everybody all over the globe.
Everybody,
but
everybody.
We definitely got that New Orleans feel. You heard me? So
that is most definitely.
So it's really for our people out here, cause we don't have podcasts here.
You're right. You're right.
You know, so fuck it.
But if they do, somebody need to let me know.
Exactly. You never know. You could be a guest. You can come be a guest.
For real, cause anybody's welcome. But outside of that,
that's a fucking lie. Everybody ain't welcome, my nigga. You did better a few of them.
Would you say everybody not welcome, huh?
Yeah, you just can't have them in a location. You gotta wait till the studio get built. Then they can come to the studio.
Hey, you right.
When the studio gets built, then yeah, you can come parlay. Come sit and chill.
Just so you know, you heard. Once everything get on up and up, is on. But like I said, on a serious topic today, I want to talk about Donald Trump with the impeachment.
Oh yeah, they trying to get that boy the fuck up out of here. I seen
But
it.
the thing is, we should have been got him up out of here. That's the thing.
I mean, but you know, it's he got to do something first. So you just can't just like, you know, granted everybody don't like him. You know, so you got to do something first. But even in the midst of that, you have to even like what he's doing. It has to be illegal. Like so now they've tried already, but like now you have. They got 5 congressmen right now. Five, I think either congressmen or senators. They got 5 of them now that's kind of pushing to get that to happen. But the problem is there's no Republicans. It's all Democrats.
That's what I said, and when I was looking at it, I was like, by it being all Democrats, like it's really like you got to have like a lot of Republicans straight off the back right behind these Democrats saying like, oh no, we need to get him the fuck up out of here for real. Because if not, we basically fighting a losing battle.
Not necessarily, because it depends on the brevity of the charges too. So the charges, like if they hold weight, oh yeah, you can definitely get them the fuck up out of here, because you know Republicans at some point in time they can't just like, you know what, now we gotta ride this shit till it fall off. Nah, they're gonna jump ship.
So you're basically saying we could get him out of here without the Republican Party being a full.
You get 1 or 2, that's a wrap.
One or two.
You need 1 or 2 dominoes to fall. It's over for him.
We'll kind of explain it for the people, you know, for those who may not know exactly, you know, the effect that it could take to get him out of here with the impeachment. Like, I know you're saying that it might take 1 or 2, just people or a unit or a group of people? How do it normally go?
All right, so right now we got 6 Democrats calling for, an impeachment hearing.
Okay.
So his charges, I think they got him for, let me see what they got him for, like coercion, like profiting while in the presidency. I think it was something to do with taxes too. Let me see exactly what it was.
Well, what I was
like they had one, for instance, Congressman out of California, Brad Sherman.
mm-hmm.
He the one that actually filed the article, for obstruction of justice. When he was going at the FBI director,
right.
James Comey.
Mm-hmm.
So because he kind of meddled in that investigation when they was trying to discern did Russia actually, interfere with the election. Now, granted, the shit was like obvious to everybody, but the fucking people who it mattered to. But
right.
That's neither here nor there. But like some of this thing is just like in the last month they filed multiple impeachment articles, which declared him unfit for office.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And stressed that the president needed to be convicted of the crimes in order to be impeached. So some of the things it led, some of the things they got him for, racism, bigotry, hatred, xenophobia, sexism.
Right, but that don't.
Yeah, that's not.
That don't stick.
None of that sticks. The thing that would stick though is the one when he's profiting from the profiting while in office. So when you become president, you have to give up a lot
mm-hmm.
of your companies. He said he can't continue to make money as the president and as a normal civilian. So that's why a lot of his children kind of took over his businesses.
Right.
The problem is they're not doing it the smart way. Like his son dumb as fuck. So Trump Jr. he dumb as fuck. So the thing is, now his daughter gangster.
Mm-hmm.
His daughter gangster is a motherfucker. She the smart one in the family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as him, if Donald Trump was just like laid back
mm-hmm.
and just like cool the fuck out, he'd probably be alright. But the thing is though, he can't keep his motherfucking mouth closed, so he's agitating people. He's causing more people to look into it.
That's the thing.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's the thing.
So now what is happening? So about them looking into it. So they have a lot of these Trump towers that's
mm-hmm.
in overseas locations.
Okay.
So how Russia played a part in the election? Well, Trump was trying to get a Trump tower built in Moscow. So getting that built over there, you got building, you got zoning, clearances, and all that, and things of that different nature. You get that structure built. So they kind of eased that process for him. You know what I'm saying? So that's how he's receiving benefits while being in office,
mm-hmm.
which is illegal. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's one thing that they're digging into now to kind of get him the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, because I was looking, like I said, they were saying with the 5 articles that they had and talking about the injuries that Trump caused mm-hmm. the Constitution. Like basically, like that's what they're trying to end, him with the impeachment or whatever. But at the same time, I feel like, and this just my preference. Look at he on Twitter every day, wilding, just saying whatever he wants to, just going off the handle every day. But like, how in the hell you the president, but you going off the handle every day?
I mean, but you brought up the Constitution. The Constitution gives them, free speech.
But all right, and speaking of freedom of speech, but then you have your athletes who trying to have freedom of speech, but then at the same time you want to basically put them in a certain box where they only can say certain shit.
But the difference between that is, all right, so athletes, they have a code of conduct that's written into their contracts.
Okay. So
anything that violates that code of conduct, then that's how they can be held, they can be fined or, anything like that. So that's the difference there.
Okay. Like I said, it's just crazy because just like you say, he could say whatever it is that he wants to say.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like I said, we have people who like in the NFL, like just like you say, we doing the kneeling and mm-hmm. all that now. Basically because of like with their freedom of speech, they're trying to use their voice to stretch out, with what's going on in the NFL. But now he's telling the owners that they need to go ahead and either suspend them or get rid of them, like come on, and then telling them no, they can't do the kneeling.
Well, the NFL is pussy first, though. We'll just get that out here. Let's just be clear about that. The NFL pussy. some of the players. I'm not gonna say all the players because all of them don't have fuck you money. See, if you get fuck you money, you can do certain shit.
Right.
So I understand the one that's on a practice squad, the ones that's on special team ain't really getting no time or whatever.
What you said, they got to roll with the flow, huh?
Yeah, but motherfuckers like Drew Brees and Brady and players like that. Right. They got fuck you money. You know what I'm saying? But
they don't exercise.
But they quiet as a mouse, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's like me. That shows me y'all ain't really for your people. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like this: how can you be on a team, or not in a team, but on a league that's predominantly black, and not side with your people? Right. Because at that time, it's not even about skin color. It's about the fact that, man, your teammate is hurting. His community is hurting. If you know your teammate cares about his community, right? You know what I'm saying? Go with your teammate.
That's where I'm at with it. That's all. That's even like with a friend. Certain friends, you know, just say you get into an altercation with somebody. You don't like this person. All right. I feel like your friend should side with you. Like, you know, hey.
That's a caveat to that, dude. All right. The thing is, right, the cause, the issue. Right. Of which, Kaepernick started kneeling for. Kaepernick was kneeling because of the injustice, of black people, the oppression, and the killing of unarmed black men. That issue, that's something that nobody wants to talk about.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, though, the NFL, this is how I say they pussy, because when that shit happened with Ray Rice, they had a fucking campaign up like 3 days later, against domestic violence. Right. Then you have the breast cancer. They got something for that. You can't fucking fight cancer. Cancer undefeated.
You're right.
If that motherfucker don't get you none, don't worry, he gonna come back for you. Cancer undefeated. What you fighting for?
We just said it's coming back to get you.
Then another reason I don't fuck with him because the whole support the truth movement. That's a bunch of fucking bullshit. Right. Reason being is bullshit is because I want to say prior to 2010 or 11, y'all can fact check me, but I think it was prior to 2010. There was no such thing as support the troops in the NFL. Then the DOD came around like, hey, just as a recruitment tool to get more people into the service, they went ahead and started paying the NFL for fake patriotism. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think the NFL pussy. Cause that's all it is, fake patriotism. Right. So that's when you started seeing, now granted they had flybys and shit like that, back then. Right. But now, you got service members at every fucking game bringing out the flag. That shit wasn't happening before. Matter of fact, to take it a step further, only people that used to be on the field when national anthem was playing was probably the motherfuckers keeping the field clean. Like that's it. Right. Workers. Players was in the locker room, referees was in their room. Other than that, that was it. So you ain't had these issues. So you never knew how a person may have felt about the national anthem because you didn't have to deal with it. But when here comes the DOD, started paying them X, Y, and Z for it. So now, this is what you get. So you have an issue like this when, and granted, I was a person, I didn't know about the third stanza to the national anthem. But when you read that motherfucker is racist as shit.
Come on.
Yeah, racist as fuck.
See that I'm gonna have to do my homework on that. I'm gonna have to go and dig into that and check it out.
Yeah. Look at that. That shit racist as fuck.
All right, so.
But that's why I said NFL pussy. And that's not. Let's talk about this though, because I said now granted I haven't watched a football game since last year. Right. So this boycott shit, I was already on that. It's easy. Right. Because my moral honesty took me to a place where I think that's fuck shit, so I don't want to be a part of fuck shit. So I'm going to go this way. I don't care what y'all doing. It's cool. If y'all like it, cool. But me, personally, I can't side with that bullshit, right? So when I see other people kneeling, so when Cap was doing the shit, it was like, all right, cool. Cap doing it for a reason. Now, a lot of these motherfuckers only doing it because they don't like Donald Trump.
That's basically what they're doing it for now.
Yeah, that's pussy.
Yeah, because so why y'all done rode with the man, last season, when he was doing it. But now all of a sudden everybody want to do it and start a movement with it. That's crazy, man. I see that boy Cap had just been honored now.
Yeah, Citizen of the Year.
Citizen of the Year.
G-Cap, that boy little spread was fire too. Yeah. Had an homage to Ali. With the kids and shit. That shit was dope. He deserved that, man. I saw a lot of talk shows, specifically First Take. They had a dude on there. I think his name was Will King.
Okay.
You know, he was on there talking about people like J.J. Watts probably deserved it more because he helped with the people. He raised, I think, something crazy like $37 million for hurricane victims. I'm like, that's cool.
Right, but we
talking
about
we talking.
You basically doing that because it's almost like it's needed and you have to.
Right.
When Cap really just was doing this off of the muscle.
Right. He doing it because like his moral honesty told him like, man, look, this shit is wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He sparked a conversation that needed to be had in America, and he picked it. Like, I don't know if he did this on purpose, but he picked a platform that was perfect because no matter your skin color, your background, no matter what, you like football. Even if you didn't play football growing up, it's just something about going to a football field, not going to a football field, but going to a football game that brings a certain energy to it. You know what I'm saying? It draws you to it. You know, they got so many things that's built around it. A lot of our clothing, a lot of people wear clothing. Like right now, I got on the fitted for the Los Angeles Kings, which is a hockey team.
Right.
You got on the LA Dodgers. Like a lot of our attire is built around
it's on sports. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So just that alone, and like, I'm a diehard Saints fan. But I ain't watched the game since last year.
And you know what's crazy? Since you ain't been watching the game, the Saints been knocking things out the ballpark.
Well, hold up, bro. Let's not put that on me now.
No.
Last was trash.
Let's be
clear.
No, I'm not going to say.
Last year was real easy to boycott.
It's straight on you, but
last year was real easy.
Yeah, but but the thing is, back into sports with Donald Trump, with those guys, the basketball players from UCLA that went to jail over there in China for stealing Louis Vuitton sunglasses.
First of all, none of that. This is the thing I have about LiAngelo Ball.
Okay.
You know, they call him Jello. You know, he the middle child. He's out there acting like a real fucking middle child too.
Right.
Right. His brother just been drafted to the Los Angeles Lakers.
To the Lakers, yes.
His brother's trash. Don't get me wrong, I'm a Laker fan. I'm saying this motherfucker's trash. But
somebody said he need to be in the D League.
That motherfucker horrible, dog. But anyway, we'll touch on that later. But now they got this show that's on. I think it's on Facebook.
Okay.
It was I think it's Ball in the Family, something like that, some kind of type. But they have their own reality show where they kind of go through. You kind of get to know, the dad a little bit more. Like I respect the fuck out their daddy, bro.
Right.
Especially how he cares for his wife and everything, because she had a stroke, and me and my mother had a stroke, so I understand like what goes into that.
Right.
Like her having to learn how to walk again, kind of like talk again, things of that nature. And he's there, step by step. It was really dope about it, right? That he's the one that's doing her rehab.
Okay.
So like when they're in the pool, she's trying to walk, get strong enough, strength training. Like he's the one.
He's doing it.
Nobody else. He's doing that shit himself. That shit's dope to me, right?
And believe it or not, you know that he can actually get paid to do that if he actually
he doing that
did
shit
the work.
He doing that shit out of love, though.
Right, I know, but
Like,
you have it where you can actually get paid to
get caretaker. Yeah, I know that, but that's not the reason he doing. Like he doing that shit straight off of love for his wife, though. And
right.
It's beautiful, bro. And they got three handsome sons, right? All of them hoop, right? So you got one that's in the NBA, you got the one that's in UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the other one that's in high school, LiAngelo Ball, LaMelo.
Right.
The middle child, which is LiAngelo, of course. So he's over there getting ready for NCAA tip-off. His first fucking game, right? You can't even play because you stealing sunglasses? He has a fucking Ferrari.
Stealing sunglasses.
Bruh, he has a white Ferrari, bruh. You don't even need to do that.
But you over there stealing, bruh. But the thing was, when I saw...
That's a classic case of, they say you can take the nigga out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the nigga.
100% right.
That's what that was right there.
Hey, but the thing is, when I saw it, when I saw the situation at hand, and I saw that they was giving them 10 years in Chinese jail.
Wow.
China jail. They was giving them 10 years for stealing sunglasses.
So you mean to tell me he was about to get 10 years for sunglasses with Meek? Got what? 2 to 4?
2 to 4.
For a fucking probation violation?
For a probation violation. Tell me that ain't something.
I'm gonna take it a step further. We were talking about rape last week.
Right.
Look, kid from Stanford, he got 6 months.
6 months, you're right.
He didn't pull the little chick from outside the fucking dumpster, stuck his dick in, left her there. 6 months.
6 months.
Them only do 3.
And motherfuckers about to get 10 doggone years for sunglasses. But the thing about that is,
I wonder what kind it was though.
well, it was supposed to be Louis Vuitton.
I know that, but like, you know.
Oh, okay,
What's the style?
What's the
what's the product number?
His ass gonna have to, he gonna have to let us know what the fuck he was thinking about. With I'm hoping. Let me tell you what I'm hoping that he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Trying them on. You know how you walking around the store. You know you really just glancing, and I'm hoping that they just was overthinking before they called the police on their fucking
shit. Man, Bell his way. That nigga stole the fucking girl. Fuck that. Yeah, he was feeling himself. I'm telling you the fuck this way. He was a classic middle child.
Bruh.
The middle child is always the fuck up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Either the fuck up, the ugly one, the one with the different daddy, something. You know,
He always doing something
child,
crazy.
Right? So, even you look at them, like you got Lonzo, he's slim. LaMelo, he's slim. LiAngelo, he's fat. He built just like his dad. The other one built like their mom. It's always the middle child, bro. There's always something different about the middle child.
But the thing about all that, bro, was when they reached out to Trump. Now let me tell you how.
I don't think they reached out to him. I think he just kind of intervened. You know, but see, the thing about it is, I look at that shit as a distraction too, because that was his way. You know, with the whole going back
with
to
the impeachment,
so
right?
That was way to try to say, oh, you know, that's a distraction from this impeachment shit. Let's get people focused on this.
Right.
But then he even fucked that up because he gonna send out the tweet talking about.
He want a public apology. That will fuck me up.
No, not a apology. He want to thank you.
Yeah, a public thank you. My bad. He want a public thank you. But my thing is this.
He want a pat on the back.
Like, if you doing it out the kindness of your heart, it shouldn't matter how your thank you come. Why do it have to be public? Why it couldn't be through a letter?
I think when it comes to him, I don't.
Fuck, you tweet all goddamn day. Why it couldn't be through a tweet?
I think when it comes to him, those two things are together. There's no such thing as a kind or a heart when it comes with him.
Hey, you ain't lying, bro. Cause I saw some that motherfucker be bashing Hillary.
Nah, I see they going at it again.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But not only that, like when he was in Puerto Rico, this motherfucker was shooting paper towels with the perfect His fucking phone was perfect, son. I ain't gonna fuck that nigga look like he got a mean jumper. I know Barack was hooping, but I think Trump got a jumper, son.
Trump got a with a big belly.
What? He was leaving it up there like he was basketball. Like he was leaving that bitch up there, son.
That boy form is sick. Dog, I was sitting there looking at that, and the thing was, people was even making an attempt to catch the paper towels. That was the killer part about that.
That blew me too.
I'm sitting there like, you mean to tell me this man is actually pitching paper towels at y'all, and y'all even having an attempt to try to catch the paper towels?
I will say this: it's like, if he had a reality show right now, I bet it'd be number one right now.
Ooh, that bitch would have the highest ratings. You ain't lying about that, boy, because ain't no way, bro.
No, it's endless. No, he is endless material. Endless content.
It's almost like every day he got some new shit with him.
Every day is some new shit.
Between him and Tyrese right now, I don't know who worse.
What the fuck is Tyrese? What is he doing right now? I really won this case though, but
right.
Yeah,
but the way he went about it, bro.
Should have took a page out of his book.
Hey,
Acting class and shit.
Hey, that bit acting skills is sick.
You know, I was in court trying to just keep it. Just keep it all the way buck, keep it all the way thorough. You know,
right.
I was on my Honest Abe shit, right?
Right.
That nigga Tyrese put on his A1 acting skills.
Ooh, I just want my baby.
That nigga, I'm talking about them tears. Them tears were Grammy worthy.
They was, bro.
And he put it out there for the world to see, so you know they're gonna use that in court. Like that's all it was. No, that shit was straight propaganda. But the cherry on top was when he flew the plane over his daughter's school.
Over the daughter's school.
That nigga gangster.
Would you say who in the hell really out here flying planes over their child's school, letting them know how much they love them? Not only that, they at one of his shows he dedicated a song to his daughter.
Tyrese gangster. That nigga's manipulator of the year.
What? But then they say when he went to court, he represented himself.
Look, bro, Kappa citizen of the year. Tyrese is manipulator of the year, bro.
But the whole thing of that, bro, when I was looking at it, like I said, it's week after week after week, it's something new with Tyrese. But then I asked myself, where's his wife when all this is going on?
He married?
He married.
I didn't know that shit.
Yeah, bro, man. Like, where's his wife? Even if he ain't married, the woman that you keep holding on your shoulder everywhere you go, where is this woman?
I ain't no nigga married.
Bruh, like, dog, he doing too much. Too much, dog. Like I said, man, Google check that, but like I said, man, between Donald Trump with his ignorance every day on Twitter, and then, like I said, man, I think him asking for that public thank you, that was off the rip, dog. That show you right there, Donald Trump a nigga, yeah.
No, I ain't going there. I ain't going there for.
You ain't gonna give him that?
No, I ain't going there for.
No, that's giving him too much.
I ain't going there for. He don't get a card.
You don't get one?
No.
No?
Not even close.
Damn. That's crazy, bro. But like even with the system situation, like with we just was speaking on the Meek, like I see that. Is that true, or is it just a rumor that he's supposed to be getting a new case, a new court date for this case that he got going on?
Get it. Do you know what's going on with the case? Do you know how it started?
Well, from what let me tell you what I'm educated on.
Okay.
Was when he went to court before, when him and Nicki was in court, the lady asked him to sign to her people's record label. And
the judge.
Yeah, the judge. Excuse me. The judge asked him to sign to her people's record label. Mm. Not only that, she wanted him to remake "Bending Knee" from Boys to Men. Now my thing is this: he a rapper.
Yeah.
Why you?
No, it's a Philly thing. Boys to Men from Philly. So.
Oh, true. But at the same time, I feel that was disrespect. But here we go. So you asked him to remake a Boys to Men song. You asked him to sign to your people. Mm-hmm. But also, when he denied that, now as a judge, you showing up to his community services and all that. Like, how is you making yourself more responsible than his probation officer?
But the thing is, like the judge, like she got a thing for me. You know what I'm saying? So, what I say about the thing, like she really got a hard on for me. Like I think she wanted me to fuck.
She do.
I think she was just trying to get me that pussy and Meek shot her ass down. That's what it really was. But even the thing, so Meek's like, first of all, he went to jail for for weapons charge anyway.
Right.
All right. But so he took a plea for the probation. Right.
Right.
So, and then I'm a firm believer. Us as people, we create our own hell.
True.
Right. So remember I said that. Us as people, we create our own hells. Just remember that, right?
Okay.
All right. So by him copping to the 10-year probation, which is fucking crazy as fuck, right?
That'll be beyond crazy.
Right. But want to be free. I understand that. Me as a free man, I like to be free too. Right? I like to walk around freely.
True.
All right. So fast forward, Meek couldn't fathom his career taking off the way it did.
Right.
Yeah, we all have visions of where we want things to go in life, but like you can't really picture how it'll be.
True.
So his life takes off. So the industry is different. It brings a different side out of people. So now he's off doing this, doing that. So when he came to the probation violations,
okay,
he had several.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't just this popped away back in jail.
Right.
Or the other thing when he failed a drug test back in jail. Nah, it's not just that. He failed multiple drug tests.
Multiple. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not saying, that he should be in jail. I'm not saying that at all, because I don't want nobody in jail.
True.
I take that back.
Yeah, that's not a place for humans.
I take that back. I want all rapists in jail.
Because you need Charlie Sheen in that motherfucker.
Charlie Sheen should be Anyway, but with him, so you have the violation. My thing is, for those of you who are on probation or have been on probation, you have to move a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Prime example, Gucci.
Right.
Gucci, I mean, he's like the poster child for reformed.
Hey. A total 360.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, I ain't saying Meek had to take the Gucci way out, but at the same time, you know, you need to slow down, playboy. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't.
The way he moving, especially with his crew, he don't have a crew where you can move the way you moving. Like your crew is wild. All them ready to jump off the deep end when it come down to something. Motherfucker make a tweet about me. They're ready to come see you at your door.
That's corny too.
That's beyond.
That's corny.
But then at the same time, like motherfucker be trying to show their loyalty so much to the point where they start doing stupid shit and then they make you look bad at the same time, because now with you being on probation, you on probation, but you still got your motherfucking niggas around you that's still doing ignorant shit. I got you out the hood. Don't get me wrong. I got you with me for you to protect me, but you still doing nigga shit.
Right.
Like, when do motherfuckers realize that, okay, my people is not in a great situation to where we can wild out like this? Let me cool out. Cause see, just like you said, you don't think that jail is for any man outside of a rapist or anybody of that caliber. But
and just let's just be clear. I'm not saying free everybody. Like if you kill somebody for just no apparent reason, because I'm a firm believer, like shit has to make sense.
Cause on that damn ID channel, bro, I be looking at some of the shit that be going on, bro. The senseless killings that motherfuckers be doing.
Yeah, like when it's just dumb shit like that.
I be like, God damn.
When it's dumb shit like that, yeah, go sit your ass down. Hey. But respect me. So with this whole probation thing, it's just like it is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But I had doing my research or whatever.
Right.
I seen that the Willie actually happened on a video set.
That's what I heard.
So they were shooting a video and he popped the Willie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which should have been cool. Because you got permits, stunts and all this stuff. Meek do his own fucking stunts. All right, cool.
True.
So it works out. And there was a bunch of other riders right there.
Right.
But he was the only one apprehended. And not only that, he was apprehended the next day.
The next day, right.
And the fucking kicker was, they had police right on the scene. They had shut down the area where the video was being shot.
Right.
You see, so the judge way back in Philly, because they were they shooting a video in New York. So, got fucked up that is, right? So
I think she followed his Instagram off a ghost page.
Yes. No, they probably her own shit.
Is
you know what I'm saying? That's how gangster she is with it.
Hey, for real.
So with that, so she see it, they apprehend him the next day. So, you make a phone call, NYPD, hey, they pick him up, they detain him, transfer him back to Philly, right? Right. So, and he violated probation, now he got to go sit down. Now, this is my only thing with Meek, though. When you got somebody on your ass like that, come on, bro, you gotta move right. You gotta move right, bro. One of the first things I would say to him, you gotta let some of the fucking people go.
That's what it is.
Because anything they do is a reflection on you.
Exactly. Like even with the Safari situation, like you acting like that ain't had nothing to do with you, but still.
Why was you even there?
Why were you even there? Not even only there, because from what I heard was, after that situation, he pulled off.
That's the thing, like, cause they showed, I saw what he pulled, what they chasing for, he hopped out the whip, Safari right, I think Safari was right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He just standing there.
Right.
Next thing you know, you see people come bush Safari.
Right.
It was a poor job of the bushing.
It was. It totally was.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you shouldn't even be there.
Not at all.
I'm saying, because like none of that, if that's gonna happen, don't even pull up. Man, let your little dog handle that. At another time, you know where he at. You know in the town.
Exactly.
You're only gonna stay in so many hotels because they like to put everybody together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So y'all know where he gonna be. There's no need for that. None of that. Why you gotta do it while the camera's wrong?
Why the camera? And you knew they was rolling.
So you played yourself on that situation. But
true.
When it come to this now, one thing I did find funny though, you got the people outside the fucking courtroom.
Out the courtroom.
With the rant, with the
singing the intro. Come on, man.
I found that shit to be hilarious.
Hey, bro, when I saw that, they out there been singing the intro. Dog. But answer this for me.
You couldn't sit the other song.
What made them believe that the intro was gonna be something that everybody was gonna be like, oh, you know what? Meek is a good person.
Bro,
Let's let him out tonight.
See, I don't know, but like, I mean, well, you know, I give him an A for effort because it did something. You know, it got people, you know, talking about it.
It did.
You know, it ruffled a few feathers. So you know, that's the thing. That's the thing about it. We can't grow unless we're uncomfortable. So, you know, I applaud them for that. You know,
Right.
But I see Hov also wrote
out an
open letter.
Open letter about it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So like, you know, with him doing that. Now let me ask you this much, which we all know.
I see he's getting a new bail hearing though.
That's what I'm saying.
And the judge, I think they requested either.
Yeah, it's not gonna be the same lady.
Yeah, I think they requested that she recuse herself from
right.
Which is smart. They should have did that from the beginning. Like how? That's what I don't understand. Like Philadelphia is not no small city.
Right.
So how does he keep getting the same fucking judge every time?
Every time. But I'm gonna tell you where that all stems from too. People going out and voting. Mm-hmm. Reason why I say that is because if everybody continually voting for the same judge every time she go up, then what is the fuss about? And not only what the fuss about. You saying you always give back to the community, right? Mm-hmm. You always saying that you put on for Philly and all that, right?
Talking about Meek or the judge?
Meek.
Okay.
So why around election time you don't grab you don't do your own thing where you do your, okay, for instance, the name of your label is called Dream Chasers. Mm-hmm. Why you don't do something around election time, especially around for the judges and shit? Why you don't do like a chase to the poll or something? You know what I'm saying? You know, something related to, you know, what your name is. Why you don't do something like that? Basically get your community behind you. Basically to get her out of there. Because you can get her out of there. But at the same time, you saying what you do for Philly, you saying what you do for the community, how you done help these people out, you done did coke drives, you done did this drive, but then at the same time, you still not exercising your right with getting people to go to the polls and vote her out of there. Because she can't get out of there.
But that always goes back to the fact when I say he moving wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
Like that should have been the first chess move he made.
True.
When you got on, when you know it's your influences like that, like, nah, you gotta start moving different. You gotta start doing other things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of people, they want to look like Jay. Mm-hmm. They don't want to work like him.
But they don't want, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
You know, that man got
between him and Diddy, them two are like really like the hardest workers out there.
I give Jay the edge over Diddy, bro. And not just because I'm a Jay fanatic, but like when you think about it, you know what I'm saying? Barack ain't go to Diddy for the presidential movement.
You're right.
He went to Hov.
You 100% right.
You know what I'm saying?
You 100% right.
You know, Hov in the room with Warren Buffett.
And that's major right there.
You know what I'm saying?
That's major.
So it's just little things like that. Like, you know, I love Diddy too, but it's just Hov do it in so many different ways. Like it's hard to compete with him, bro.
Right. It is. It is. But
you know, we can't talk about Nicki without talking about Nick. Talking about Nicki though. You saw the magazine?
I saw the magazine. Now, I want to say this about the magazine.
What's your first reaction?
You be honest with you, and I'm telling you what's real.
All right.
She's starving for attention. Now, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
It looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I look at it as she's starving for attention. Reason why I say she's starving for attention, when the last time Nicki had an album out?
Well, she only got 2 albums.
Exactly. But then at the same time, and even with you saying that, you'll have people that's going to argue that because she did the reloaded and all that, but it's really 2 albums.
Yeah, it's not 2 albums.
Yeah.
She added
that's almost like a motherfucker saying 400 degrees. You dropped 400 degrees. No, nigga, it was 1. All they did was just did like a reloaded.
Yeah, they added 3 songs to it. Yeah.
Right. But then at the same time,
3 good songs though.
True. True.
Shouts out to the boy Juvie.
Yeah. But then, like I said, bro, it's like she haven't been dropping no music besides being on a feature. When she tried to do that no frauds, don't get me wrong, just because it was
she was trash.
It was. But at the time, what it was, you know, her and Remy had their little issue. So it kind of, yeah, in the streets, it kind of had a little, yay. But in all actuality, it was trash. But anyway, so you had the no frauds joint. That only lasted a week. After that, not don't get me wrong, you got to rake it up with Gotti right now. That's popping. But still, that's not your song. Even though you get credibility on it, that's still not your song. But what else? Oh, she got the motorsport now with Migos. But still, once again, that's not your song. So you basically out this motherfucker because I remember she had penned a tweet one time and she was saying that she would like to give her fans the music or whatever, but as of right now, you know, she can't basically give them the music right now, saying that, you know, the CD not ready. But I'm like this, nah, you caught up in that Lil Wayne situation too, where you can't put no music out. Baby not about to allow you to, because what you trying to do is drop that double disc to get off that Cash Money label.
Man, all that's cool. But who did it better, her or Kim?
As far as the picture?
As far as the cover of Paper magazine or some shit like that.
No, I give it to her. The one Kim Kardashian did, that was lightweight trash to me.
I think both, honestly, like my personal opinion, I think both of them trash.
It is, but
this is why both of them trash, right? Mm-hmm. Because, well, the reason why the one for Kim is trash, because you know she's appropriating the fucking black culture. That's why I fuck with Kim either. Right. You know what I'm saying? One reason I think the one with Nicki's trash because one, why? What's the fucking reason?
Basically, they trying to see a white girl with a fat ass.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you really doing? What did you trying to do here with this? Mm-hmm. Two, this shit trash because I don't want to see that from you.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It reach a point to where like you got to get to the point to where like you want more.
Right.
You want to do better. Like she's at a point to where like I'm going to compare her to Rihanna. Now, granted, you look at Rihanna's just naturally sexy. Rihanna can do all that shit because it's naturally her. But when I see Nicki doing this shit like that, it's like you're forcing it. And
that's what I'm saying. Starving for attention.
And so anytime you're forcing it, you know, it's just never done right. It's always done poorly. And, you know, it's just done poorly. Now, I got the pictures of people. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at one of them. They got all three of them in the bed. They got like a little flower or something in between the legs or some shit like that. I'm like, what's the point? You know, one I'm holding the whip. What are we doing here?
That's what I'm trying to say, my man. Like, it's just like I said, you asked me what my first reaction was, starving for attention.
And then another reason I look at this shit, right? So I look at it and I can't help but notice the fake butt.
Oh, that's most definitely.
You can't ignore the fake butt. Like, so my thing is, right? Are we giving props to the fake butt?
Well, you know, a lot of people glorify fake ass this day. I'm not gonna glorify it. But then you know she also like outside of that picture, the one when it was in the bed, you know, they had the other one where it was the three versions of her where she was on her knees, like basically like giving herself head.
So this is my thing, right? We got too many people portraying themselves to be real that champion a lot of fake shit.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's corny. Like, that's like what Nicki did right there was real corny. That's clown activity.
Beyond.
You know what I'm saying? So it brings you back to Meek, though. So, I think, because you look at the way Meek moving now compared to when he was with Nicki, I think Nicki was the cause of a lot of his clown activity. A lot of his emotional shit because he switched up. He wasn't moving the same way, you know, when they was together.
Right.
But then now after he was moving a little, a little bit better. Not saying he's moving great, you know what I'm saying? But you didn't see Meek as much.
Right.
Do we even still have a Twitter? You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't really moving like that.
Hey, that big Twitter game used to be off the chain.
He moving how he should be moving out here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, the whole Safari thing it shouldn't have went down like that. But at the same time, it was one of them situations like, oh, bro, when I see you, it's on site.
It's on site.
I ain't
True.
I ain't about to talk about it. Like I ain't got no more rap for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So when they seen him, he was a man of his word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think Nicki was the cause of a lot of his clown shit.
Yeah, but like I said, man, hopefully everybody get their shit together. Hopefully Meek do get him a release date real soon. If the court situation is real, I hope that he do, come out. But I hope that he fixes image up. And I ain't even just talking about with him. I'm talking about with his entourage and everything. But like I said, free Meek. I'm not a big, fan of Meek, but still free him because, like you said, man, jail is not a place, especially for a human being, except for if you out here Charlie Sheen and that shit. You hear me?
So I do got a question for you, though.
Talk to me.
So this weekend, I was on the phone with one of my homegirls or whatever. We just running and shit.
Okay.
And she was telling me about the cis group. Like cis I think it's cis that's your dude.
Oh, man.
This group, right?
Mm-hmm.
So apparently, and I don't know if this is a national thing or whatever, but it's definitely here in the city. But
Right.
there's a Facebook page dedicated to exposing cheating men.
Right.
Now I just wanna say from the bottom of my heart that any woman out here, taking part in that page, you corny.
For real.
That includes you. That includes the one that's sitting on the sideline, just looking,
watching
on.
it.
Yeah,
right. Reference from the side. Right.
Yeah, just won't be nosy and shit. That
Right.
includes you too. You know what I'm saying? Cause you propping that bullshit up. You should be, when we should be tearing clown shit down when you see clown activity.
True.
But
Go ahead.
But my question to you was, you got any phone calls, bro? Like, was you in there?
Oh no, I'm not on there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hey.
Just checking.
Let me tell you.
Just want to make sure you moving right.
No, only thing I did was, like I said, I received a phone call, because of, there was people that I do know, not close to them, but, I heard they were on there, right? So, when I heard about it or whatever, like I said, it never crossed my mind to be like, oh, let me see. Let me go in on and, join in and see what's going on. That's not my style. And also for the individuals who they did put on there, let me kind of give you an insight on that. First off, a lot of y'all dudes knew who y'all was dealing with before that page even came about. Knowing that either this chick either wild, she messy, like it's just something about her that you knew already from day one. Okay? So, if you made that page, I'm talking about the fellas. If you made that page, evidently, I'm going to say you deserve to be on there. Because from what I heard is like it's either men who always in women DMs, cheating men, like basically like men who always, like it's either you perpetrating fraud online, you know what I'm saying? I heard that those were the people who made that page. But for you to, for a woman to even throw your name in that type of situation, like evidently in these streets, and I'm not even saying you have to be in the street, but evidently you moving wrong some type of way.
Okay.
Dealing with the women that you're dealing with, or a situation that you are involved in, meaning that you in the streets perpetrating to be something that you're not. Because I heard about the people who on the frauds.
Okay, but let me flip it though.
Talk to me.
So in response, is to the sis, is this your dude group?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, is this your girl group?
Mm.
Is out here, putting females on blast.
Is it to the is it a response to the women who put the men on blast, or is just
same?
We just going off the handle with it.
They just going out there and they just putting chicks on there, exposing them. Pretty much the same bullshit that the females doing. Now you got dudes they felt like they had to do it too, which in my opinion is very light skinned behavior. But
Yeah. So even with the dudes, what they was what?
No, I didn't subscribe.
Okay, well,
I got invited. I got invited, but I didn't accept it.
And you know what's crazy? Even with the first one that you was talking about, not the one with the dudes. My cousin, she hit me up. You want me to tag you? No, don't tag me nothing. I don't want to be in this shit. I don't even want to read it. I don't want to be no part of it at all. So you can hold that.
What?
That's not my style.
I don't know nothing about nothing.
Exactly, that's not my style. And guess what? We're not even about to go in on and start putting me in some shit like that.
My name is Benny and I ain't in it.
But for the people who did make it, not only the people who did make it, for the people who involved themselves in it, the people who wanted to be sideline watchers and all that, I look at it as that is a miserable lane. You know what I'm saying? When you basically preying on somebody else failures. It's like, don't get me wrong, you got men who are out here, and there also women too who are out here frauding, but I don't care. You do you. I'm in a whole different lane from you. You know what I'm saying? You can fraud all you want, but then at the same time, just like I said, there's people who know you in real life. Mm-hmm. So you can fraud to the people who, don't know you and all that, but like I said, there's people who know you in real life, but then at the same time, for the men and women who's out here getting exposed, like for, being a whole cheating or whatever, you gotta move different.
Here's my thing though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just say sis. Sis done put her dude on her, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you live with dude. Dude been taking care of you.
Mm-hmm.
Dude making sure you good.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You put dude on there, you find out dude got a side chick.
Mm.
What you do? You gonna confront dude?
Man, you better sit there and finish
getting
your perks.
So look, this is what's gonna happen. So you gonna bring it up to dude, right? Dude, if he real, he gonna be like, yeah, I did X, Y, and Z, right?
9 times out of 10, he gonna lie though. But go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. We gonna say out that on that 10th time, he gonna tell her the truth. He lied to the first 9 hoes. This one here, he gonna let her know it's real. He tired of lying.
Okay, gotcha.
You're right.
Okay.
Because now all you do is upset your home because you want to be with the trend.
Right.
You want to be trendy, right?
Mm.
So in the process of you being trendy, you will confront your dude. He tell you the truth. Now your feelings hurt.
Right.
You done fucked up a happy home. He was perfectly out here cheating in peace.
Mm-hmm.
You heard me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That man going out. He going to work every day, making sure bills are paid.
Right.
Making sure you got a little pocket change that you gonna hang out with your girls.
Right.
Not only that, he was doing it so good. He had a chick outside the city.
Yeah, homie moving.
He moving correct out.
I'm gonna say he moving correct in the cheating lane.
You know what I'm saying? Even though he doing the wrong thing right. You know what I'm saying? So you just fucked up your happy home. Now, he told you the truth. You hurt, but now he feel like you just exposed him. So now he like, you gotta go. You gotta get the fuck on.
That's crazy.
You see the thing about it, them same hoes that you was trying to show off for, you can't go live with them.
Not at all.
Okay, they living with their mama.
Either that or
they with that dude. They what they do and their kids.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And the trip part about it is, they ain't worried about what their dude was doing, but they were so worried about what your dude was doing. And not only that, you let them trick you out your relationship.
Trick your fucking position.
And guess what's gonna happen? They gonna go home, fuck their dude, make love to their dude, and matter of fact, talk about your ass after they done tricked you out of your own situation.
Let me tell you what the stupid hoe did.
Talk to me.
Babe, you know she did this?
Yep.
Babe, you know she did that?
Yep.
I'll never do you like that.
You
heard me? Just like that, like, now you homeless.
Now you fucking homeless because...
Now you trying to beg your mama, to come out that you gonna stay back with her.
Exactly.
Your mama, she tired of having kids in the house. She ain't trying to do that shit.
But then at the same time, like, I'm gonna speak on this, but then we gonna get off this. If you happy in your situation, continue your happiness. Don't let nobody stop your happiness. You never let nobody kill your happiness. You feel me? Like, everybody know who they dealing with and what they dealing with. Okay? And let's put that out there. I don't want to hear nobody tell me, oh, I didn't know he was like this, he was this type. You're lying. Everybody know what they do.
This is the thing. You know how all this shit started?
Talk to me.
Social media. This is why I say that, right? So, with the epidemic that social media has started, by epidemic I mean climate shit.
Okay.
All right. All that shit started when, like, Facebook got popular. Originally Facebook was just for, the college kids or whatever.
True.
When you open it up to the world, these are the things that happen. Now you have Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all these things, fruits off that tree, right?
Okay.
So, what happened with giving everybody a voice, you cause a shift. And the shift that has happened is now more men are starting to act more feminine and more women are starting to act more masculine in the way that they move, right?
Right.
So when I say that, like, you got women out here just one night standing dudes, like, they bring you to their house, fuck you, and be like, hey, tap you on your shoulder, hey, you can't sleep here, you gotta go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Kicking you out. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of one night stands, let me ask you this. What is considered a one night stand? I had this conversation, that's why I'm asking you this. What is considered a one night stand? Now, before you give me your answer, I'm gonna tell you what I think a one night stand is.
All right.
You go out, you meet a female. That night, y'all, you're having a good night, you end up fucking, and then after that, that's a wrap. Like, no more communication from that point.
Okay.
Because I feel like if y'all start fucking after that, that is not a one night stand to me.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
I feel the same way, brother.
Okay, all right. Because I had that conversation the other day, and what motherfucker told me was, well, if that night you met and you end up fucking that night, that's considered a one night stand. But if you end up fucking later on down the line or whatever, that's just miscellaneous. No, I don't. That's not a one night stand. That's when y'all fuck around and end up having casual sex.
Yeah, I understand what he's saying though. Like, so basically, what he's saying is like a long gap in between. Like, so basically,
right.
Let's say you smash, you out in the club, you end up fucking tonight. You
Right.
fucking in a bathroom.
Right.
Right. Then y'all do exchange numbers, but all you do is make sure she got home safe, and y'all never talk again. Right. Then a couple months down the line, you out and about with your dudes or whatever, she with her girls. And y'all run into each other, and y'all spark a conversation.
Right.
And then y'all connect from there and start, doing X, Y, Z. Yeah, that's still technically.
So at that time, it was a one night stand,
right.
But now it's
something different.
Okay, got you.
So.
Got you. Yeah, because like I said, that was a conversation that was brought up. We talked about it or whatever, but like I said, everybody have their different opinions on what a one night stand is. I just looked at it like a one night stand to me was basically like, y'all meet that night, y'all fuck, that's a wrap. And like basically like I don't know you no more. But even with that, like, since we jumped on a sex topic and one night stands, let me ask you this. What do you
Hold up, before we go there, bro, like, the shift is like a product of all of that, though. Because you been talking about that one night stand. Women are now the breadwinners in a lot of their situations.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So you got women, they going out here and getting out of college, getting these good professional jobs, your lawyers, your doctors, and, all this, and yeah, you're just your professional women. So now, but like, most professional women, they like a little hood dude. You know what I'm saying? They still want that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now that shift, they kind of running things. So now they talking to you crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They telling you, hey, you need to be at home at a certain time. problem is, dudes are allowing that shit.
You're right.
They're allowing that shit.
You're right.
Too many women are having a direct, how do I want to phrase this? They're having too much input on what a man is, how a man should conduct himself, what a man should be.
Right.
Well, the men teaching other men what they should be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, prime example, like my son. I thank God that I have a son because I'm gonna be the one to teach him how he should be in this world. You know what I'm saying? So when I tell him, hey, if we in the store or something, and a woman is about to come up, Trey, get her door.
Catch that door, right?
You know what I'm saying? So now he's to the point to where when he sees a woman, he opens her door. It's second nature to him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So just little things like that. So now when you have these women telling the man how he should be and this and that, third, they start getting the wrong fucking information because instead of teaching, because you can't really teach a man how to be a man if you never was a man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you teaching them, you trying to tell them the thing that you would hope a man would do, but you really can't teach him how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're just kind of, most time, women often do this. They raise, especially when they have a child, a son, excuse me. They raise their son to be the nigga that they don't want.
Mm-hmm.
I know that sounds crazy, but you do it in a way that like you don't even know you're doing it. It's like, you know, unconsciously doing it.
Right.
So what I mean by that, I was looking on Instagram or whatever. You know, I'm always on the gram or whatever. And there was a young lady, she was posting a picture, and she's always with her son. You know, I applaud her efforts.
Okay.
But her son is starting to act more like her because children, even though you're telling them how to do something and telling them to do that, children are visual learners.
Exactly.
Up to a certain age.
True.
So they're only going to do what they see. You know what I'm saying? So when the child sees you always on the gram, posing for pictures and doing this and that, right? You start doing the same thing.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So you take a picture, he won't hop in your picture, hold the same pose you hold. The same dumbass poses you doing, now you got your little boy doing the same dumbass poses. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, another thing women gotta stop being fucking hypocrites. You know what I'm saying? When I say stop being hypocrites, you can't say you got a brother.
Okay.
Right? Your brother really is a fucking deadbeat, right?
Right.
But you jeffing for him like he followed the fucking year. But your brother doing the same thing that you convict your fucking
your baby dad.
I don't use the term baby dad.
Okay,
I find
right.
that offensive. I think that's offensive to call a man a baby dad. Now that's the father of your fucking kid. No matter how you feel about him, that's still the father of your child. You know,
True.
you should label him as such.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So when the father of your child is doing the exact same thing as your brother, yet you trying to put your the father of your child on child support, you know, take him to court, fight him over custody, just make his life a living hell.
True.
You know, to a degree, you know, I know all women don't do that. You know, but your brother's sitting here doing the same thing, and you willing to go to bat for him like he father of the year.
Right.
You being a fucking hypocrite.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's
so
true.
Shit like that gotta stop. Like, shit like that really has to fucking stop.
It does.
Because, like, all you're doing, you're taking a man out of the household. That's why in our community we have so many families where, you know, these women claiming to be single mothers. And all you motherfuckers ain't single mothers. Some of you have great fathers.
Great father. Hey, you're right.
They just don't fuck with you. But they have great fathers. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what I noticed about that? Like I said, there are great fathers. But then at the same time, you have some mothers who disrespect the father so much to the point where
I mean, straight trash, cause they trash, bro.
Right, I'm talking about, bro, just be mad disrespectful, but like, y'all be so disrespectful to the point where y'all make a motherfucker don't want to do shit at all. But if you one of the ones that you tough and you can hold a weight and you can you know basically still do what you have to do as a father, I applaud you, bro. Because man, when I tell you, bro, I didn't. Okay, and not the 2 months.
I think I know where you're going, but before you go there, I want to put this disclaimer out there. I don't give a fuck what your relationship is with the woman. Take care of your fucking child.
That's a fact.
Take care of your fucking child. I don't care what your relationship is with her. Take care of your motherfucking child.
That's a fact.
Because that child ain't actually be here. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't got it right now, nigga, figure out a way to get it.
There's always means
You
of
know what
getting.
I'm saying? That's your task, beloved. Figure out a way to make that child life better than yours.
True.
But as you were saying,
That's the most important part, bro. Making your child life a little bit better than yours, especially if you didn't have that A1 upbringing.
you know what I'm saying? Like me and you, neither one of us had our fathers, right?
Right.
So, but when it come to us being fathers, we going hard.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We going hard for them. Reason being, because we know what it is to grow up without one. So, if you want the best for your child, that starts by actually being in your child's life.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Just little, like, you know what, little shit makes me happy. Like when I look on my phone, I see my son calling me. He
Right.
him on FaceTime.
Right.
That shit makes my day.
And that's what I don't understand, bro.
So I don't understand how a dude can go months without talking to their fucking child,
Shit, years.
without even seeing them.
Say, bro, and you know what's crazy about that situation? Like, just like you said, you know, we both out here, we look for the better in our kids. Matter of fact, we are trying to do way better than our parents. I mean, excuse me, I'm not gonna say parents. Our fathers done with us, and that I make sure I do. But the thing about that whole situation is, and like I said, I'm gonna go back down memory lane a little bit. My father, right? The dude stays in the city. It could have been many of times where we done had a connection where we could have met. Reason being is because I done encountered different situations where we both know the same people, which life ended up, you know, making that happen like that. Where, as an adult now, some of the people that I know are around him, right? Like I said, we stay in the same city, stay in the same area, but as a man, he never even reached out. I'm talking about now. I'm a grown adult. You know what I'm saying? And he still ain't even as much reached out to even say, what's up, what's happening, or how has life been treating you, nothing. But at the same time, I remember back in the day when I had my Corvette, right? Somebody that I know, he told them, I need to slow down.
That's when he was young, flying, flashy.
Yeah,
Y'all.
that was before I was
That's
saved.
when he was over. That's when he was over telling them, "Look, bro, they get over here."
Before I was saved, y'all.
You heard me? He was like, "Look, I know you need it in your life. You heard me? Let me make your life right for the night."
Yeah, but you know, like I said, you know, homie was trying to call plays from the sideline, and I feel like, how could you do that? And you never was in my life.
Yeah, you can't call players from out of bounds.
No, not at all. Like, you never once was in my life, and the thing was, like, what really, because even when I was young, I used to always steal, because I know his name, know who he is when I see him. When I was younger, I always used to Jeff for him. But what had killed me about him was, once again, no, you want to know how crazy it was? You gonna think I'm lying to you if when I tell you this. His best friend stood next door to us, and that motherfucker never used to knock on the door to even say, you know, hey, what's up, or nothing. Never say, look, let's have a conversation or nothing. But like I said, back to the topic, the way that he is with us, I don't want ever have that to be where our children, you know, pick up those same traits, you know what I'm saying? When my daughter get older, hopefully she pick a man that's similar to her daddy. And what I mean by similar to her daddy, I'm talking about the way that, right.
That starts with you. That starts on your treatment with her.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So. And
that's what I'm saying. Like, what I mean by, you know, similar to your dad is the way that, you know, your daddy treats you. Not, you know, well, you know, I don't, whatever behavior that I do outside of my daughter, she'll never know, you know.
And for y'all saying that, like, man, it's hard out here for this and that, man. Look, I was locked up, this, my record fucked up, blase, blah, skip, right? No, there's plenty of work out here you can do that don't require any fucking education.
True.
Prime example, right?
But you could Uber. Don't.
Even if you ain't
You
got
don't even need an education.
even if you ain't got a car, though, you can go be a referee. You can go be a fucking referee and get broke off.
Come on.
So, you know, like me, that's what I want to do when I retire, right?
Okay.
So that's going to be like job number 2 of my retirement.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting into it now and figuring it out and things like that. You know, I love basketball to the point where I'm like, I always want to be around the game.
Right.
Even if I don't really play anymore, I still want to be around the game, right?
Right.
So prime example, just you don't have nothing to do. You take a test every year. The fucking test, open book, and you get games. Depending on the level of basketball, you know, it pays you differently, right?
Right.
So if you do middle school, you know, junior high, you know, freshman varsity level of pay is different.
Okay.
But from there, once you start doing, you know, ABA, junior college, NCAA, that's when you really start getting broke off. And
Right.
it don't require no degree. It don't require none of that.
Mm.
Right now, I want to say, I forget it was yesterday. Not yesterday, Thursday. Thursday, I refereed a game with a convicted felon. He was like, man, look, I just need something to do. He's like, man, I referee all year round, bro. He was like, man, somebody pulled me into the association. They told me that, man, they'll look out for me. He, man, I referee every sport. That's all he do all year round.
But he's making an attempt to make his life better than what it was.
Talking about making an attempt. You know what he did? You know what he do now?
Talk to
Now, he's refereeing college ball.
Okay.
You know, he do volleyball and he do football,
Mm-hmm.
you know, in college. I think he do softball as well. So, you know, for a football game, just do for just like a regular football game in the USA Conference.
Mm-hmm.
It's about $1,200 a game.
Mm.
$1,200 for 3 hours of work.
Dang.
That
Shit
shit
got motherfuckers who say, man, he ain't got nothing out here, man. Man, he ain't got nothing I could do.
Prime example, my fucking uncle, at one point in time, lost his job.
Mm-hmm.
The man hopped on the back of a fucking garbage truck.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta do what the fuck you gotta do.
You're right.
Man, in fact, I got a little partner. You know, he live in Houston now. My dog Sam. You know, we used to play bitty ball when we was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Sam hopped on him. Sam went to jail. Got out of jail. Hopped on the back of that fucking truck. Got his life together. Man, the fucking, believe it or not, really got good benefits. On the, you know, the con to that shit, you know, you fuck up your nose, you know, smelling that bullshit.
Right.
You come home, you smell like bullshit.
Right.
But at the same time, you know, you got good benefits. You working for the city, and you getting broke off.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So there's plenty of shit you got to do, but what holds a lot of people back is their motherfucking pride,
Yeah, pride.
And what they think people gonna say about them. Man, you gotta get to the point where, man, you say fuck what people gonna talk about. You know what I'm saying? Because as long as you understand you're doing this for your motherfucking child, because that's what it's about. People don't realize when you have a fucking child, you're no longer living for your goddamn self.
No, not at all.
You know what I'm saying? You are living
them days is over.
Yeah, you are living for the betterment of that motherfucking child.
True.
Or children.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing I want to talk about. Stop having all these motherfucking kids if you can't take care of them in the first place, though.
That's how I feel.
So this is me. I have a rule that, and I only have one, right? So you don't have and you can fluctuate it how you want to do it. But for me to maintain my lifestyle and to make sure my child is straight,
Mm-hmm.
I say $50,000 per kid. Meaning I have to be making at least $50,000 to have one child, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you see me pop up with another child, that means I'm making at least.
You making more, right?
I'm making more money where I can afford another child. Because
Right.
it's $50,000 per child that allows me to live my life. And I don't give a fuck what she does for a living.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, if shit goes south between me and her, I gotta be able to take care of them kids. You know
True.
what I'm saying? When she can't work because she, you know, for whatever fucking reason.
Right.
I gotta be able to take care of me, my first son, which is Trey.
Mm-hmm.
And if I do have another child, whoever that child is and that mother. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And even if, like, granted, like me and my son's mother, we not, you know, we don't fuck around. That's my little dog or whatever, but she'll never be homeless.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody and whoever else them, they just gotta understand it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if she's homeless, my son is homeless. So that ain't gonna never be the case.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So stop making excuses and get that shit done.
True. Just like you said, man, y'all stop having kids. Y'all know y'all can't take care of them. Cause just like you said, man, you got motherfuckers in that bed, like really struggling, just to take care, you know, kids for real, for real.
Man, bro, the chick stopped fucking with me because she came to my house one day. I had condoms and Plan Bs in my motherfucking nightstand.
Hey, bro, what you say? I gotta let you know, baby. This is the life right here. Okay, yeah, I'm staying within my lane. 50,000 on down, bitch. Look, let me tell you something. I'm good with one. All right, so don't come around here thinking that just because I do have this good job or
I know my life better than anybody.
Right.
I know what I can and can't do.
Hey, you ain't lying, boy. You ain't lying. Don't get me wrong. I would like another one, but I know my life.
And not only that, like, and not even from a financial aspect of it, like, the more kids you have, the harder it is to obtain your goals.
True.
You know what I'm saying? It's harder. It makes it a lot harder for you to check off shit. Cause just having one fucking kid, doctor's appointments, you know, or they up at night, you know, they got a fever or something. You know, you gotta miss work to be home with them. Right. You know, or they into sports. You got all these different activities you want to put your kid in. You know, parent-teacher conference. You know, or you know, hey, your kid, you know, just it's Friday. He said, "Fuck it, I want to slap another kid today." Right. You know, some shit like that, like my son does every Friday. You know what I'm saying? So his mom has to miss work for that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just shit like that. So the more kids you have, you gotta multiply the bullshit that your first kid did. You know what I'm saying? True. Like, it's just too much shit that goes on. So, man, well condom though. At the end of the day, well condom. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with fucking playing beats, dog. Sometimes you gotta tell it to a chick just like this. Look, I ain't trying to have no more kids. You heard me? Look, we ain't on that level where we can actually have a child. Mm-hmm. So man, look, we got this Plan B right here because I'd rather do this than go pay for abortion. Then you talking about you don't want to have the abortion. Like, this ain't gonna do nothing but, like, right, you know, make your period a little irregular. It might last a few more days longer. Fuck you. Right. Hey, why do that? I'd rather you take this Plan B and fuck both our lives up. Not necessarily fuck it up, but make it tougher. True. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think kids will fuck your life, or they just make life tougher if you're not prepared to have them. And obviously, we wasn't fucking prepared to have this child.
Not at all. Y'all was just fucking.
We was just fucking.
Now, speaking of just fucking, I want to ask you this.
But in the midst of all that, I just want to put this out there. Okay. Make sure y'all get tested for STDs and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? True. And ladies, do not, I repeat, do not. Because I had this issue. I asked a young lady, I'm one of them dudes, I asked you to go get tested. Yes, I'm bold like that. I will ask your fucking ass to get tested in the heartbeat. Right. Because I'm one of them people, I go at least twice a year. You know, because I might be a little active out here. But that's neither here nor there. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I need to make sure I'm good at all times. And I have no problem sending that out to a text message because being STD free is something to brag about to me. Right. Right. So I know that rhyme, but it wasn't on purpose. You know what I'm saying? But even with that being said, like, women, when y'all go to the doctor, you tell them to check for everything. Understand, you have to specifically ask to be checked for herpes. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know, and there's two types of herpes. There's herpes simplex 1, there's herpes simplex 2. Right? So make sure you're asking that you want to be checked for things. They'll just hit you with the chlamydia, the gonorrhea, you know, shit like that. I think it's one syphilis. Yeah, the syphilis. And I forgot the one with the T, Trek or something. Okay. Too many fucking letters in that word for me to pronounce that shit. But, you know, so make sure you're getting all that shit done. You know, and of course, HIV, AIDS, all that shit. Right. So that way, you know, when you do hop into a situation, you know, you're good. You know what I'm saying? If you want to take the condom off. Okay. Because my little partner hit me out of the day. He freaking out right now. You know, shouts out to my little dog. He know who he is. When he hear this, he can be like, "He down bad for this, but fuck you." You know how he play. You know what I mean? So a chick hit him with she basically raped him. Like, I want y'all, if y'all go look up the rape chart, this is definitely on the rape chart. So my dog was raped, but you know, hey, we men. They're not gonna say men get raped. You heard me. So what happened? So you know, he ended up doing his little 1-2 or whatever, and that dick started feeling good too, right? So she loving that dick, you know, calling out his name, all that. You know, he ain't that bitch applying pressure. You know what I'm saying, to all the right locations. Okay. So, in the midst of applying pressure, like, he pulled that dick out, right? She grabs the dick, start pulling the condom off. Okay. Now, his clown ass run right back up in it. Without the condom. Without the fucking condom. And no Plan B in the drawer. No Plan B in the drawer. You heard me? And he like, fuck it, you know. Man, now, granted, they've been rocking for a minute now, so I guess they thought it was time to take the condom off of that. Well, she thought it was time to take the condom off. We'll put it that way. So she pulled that little bitch off or whatever. He go in that thing. He said, he said I was in that thing for probably about a good 3 strokes and a wiggle, man. Yeah, I nutted all in that thing. I was like, no, how you lying? He was like, oh, that thing. He was like, that thing was like apple pie, bitch. It was warm and wet. Bitch, I wasn't ready. He was like, I wasn't ready for it. He was like, that condom is saving me.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So he nervous right now.
Yeah.
You know, he nervous for 2 reasons. One, he thinks she might be pregnant. 2, you know, he got to get checked for STDs because he never had that conversation with her until now, right?
Right.
So that's one thing that I would encourage people to do. Man, have that conversation before you have sex. Man, look, just like you could be on the phone talking about how you gonna beat that pussy up, you know, and for the ladies, how you gonna spit on that dick, and well, at least I hope you're talking about spitting on that dick.
For real.
You hear me? Because a lot of y'all out here, you know, be faking the funk when y'all be sucking that dick. I need y'all the same way y'all be bucking the Cardi B, talking about bloody shoes. I need you to have that same fucking energy when you sucking that dick. So have that same passion. Yeah, keep that same fucking energy.
No, look, don't be in that motherfucker now. All of a sudden, you won't be shy and like your head don't bounce back and forth. Like, bitch, look, you better
let that bitch touch your tongue.
Risk your life when you suck it.
Yeah,
risk your fucking life when you suck it.
If your fucking eyes ain't watering when you suck that dick, I need you to go that way. Go stand on the fucking corner somewhere.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you need to Like, when you suck that dick, your eyes need to be watering. Like, you should go have to change your drawers after you suck dick. You gotta turn you on. You gotta get into it. Role play. Get into that.
All right, but like I said, speaking
so he nervous right now, but he'll be all right.
He'll be all right.
Yeah,
he'll be all right. You know. But speaking on,
and that Plan B for the fellas is only like $40, $50. You know, you'll be all right. Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Walmart. You gotta catch Walmart within the appropriate hours.
Yeah, you gotta educate her with, like, you know.
You can get that from everywhere, beloveds.
But look, I want to ask you this. Now, you know, like I said, I know you're saying your little dog, you know, he was having casual sex with the young lady. They ended up, you know, getting to wherever they at. But can you give grade A dick to a casual sex partner?
Yeah, nigga, we got standards around here. Cause you gotta think about it, like, just like I told you, these women out here fucking and ducking niggas.
True.
Like, they are literally one night standing people, so you know you can't allow her to, like, so what, like, we'll say, you know, you finally get to it.
Right.
And you know how it is for dudes, because women be thinking they pussy so good they make you nut fast, right? And I'm about to tell y'all that is not the fucking case.
Okay.
So what really be happening, right? We've been fucking waiting for fucking ever. We anxious. You heard me? We want you. Now we got all this fucking pressure that built up. I'm talking about we didn't came chill with you like 3, 4 fucking times. Dick hard every time because you gonna kiss and bullshit and play. Let a nigga come sleep over. You put your booty on him, but soon you try to like play with that pussy, you be like, no, stop. You know, like, nah, you know, all that shit builds up. So now, you know, he done went a few days, he ain't beat that meat or nothing before he came over. So now he got a full load. So, you know, as soon as he stick that thing in, dog, that's a wrap for him. He straight limp noodle.
Yeah, dude. Now don't get it twisted. You know, some women do have, you know, some nice box.
They had that,
Yeah, but you know, for the most part, just like you said, first time if you go limp, that mean motherfucker really was anxious.
Yeah. Like if he nothing within like 5 strokes now, he just wanted you bad enough.
Yeah.
Give him 10 minutes.
He'll be back right. He gonna bust your fucking ass.
Yeah, give him 10 minutes. Now that second time he ain't right, just chalk it up to like anxiousness because I think he could have been nervous. Now if he come back, Now if he come back around for like on a different day with bone dick, nah, just leave homie alone. He ain't ready. He ain't ready for
So all right, even with giving bone dick, right? How many times can you try? I mean, do you think a female should be able to try where she'd be like, you know what, nah, this ain't gonna work? 2 times, okay.
Yeah, ain't no 3 strikes shot. We playing basketball around here. You get 2 texts and you gone, baby. 2 texts and you gone.
All right, got you. But man, like you said, man, this is they should have never gave us a podcast, and I really want to show love to a lot of people who's been rocking with us so far.
Oh yeah, I appreciate
we've been getting a lot of love lately, and like I said, it's genuine love too. Because like I said, when you holler at me, you telling me about certain parts that was in the show, and you know how this moved you, or we done led you with certain information, then that really touches me. You know, because it lets me know that you're not only listening just to listen, you listening with an understanding. Right. And to listen with an understanding, like, you really got to be focused. You have a lot of people who don't listen with an understanding. Like, you got motherfuckers just listen just to, but when you listen with an understanding just to, like, gather information, or not only just gather information to maybe use something in your everyday life, man, like, I appreciate that, especially if you listening to me and you gathering somewhere, you know, listening to someone that's around me, you gathering something. I appreciate that, and I applaud motherfuckers who do that. So for everybody who's rocking with us and you listening and gathering information with an understanding, I applaud you. I just want you to know that straight up the dome. Straight up.
Yeah, sounded real touched right there.
Yeah, you know, sometimes, you know, you just have to take in when a motherfucker appreciates you.
Yeah, it's good to be appreciated. You know,
Yeah,
like,
you have to take in some time when a motherfucker appreciates you, because you have a lot of motherfuckers who really. You have people who are around you sometimes, but they really don't appreciate the value that you bring, especially if you have value.
I had a situation like that.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, I loosely talk about it, you know.
Okay.
You know, like our standard, we don't say names around here, people.
True.
That's why they should have never gave us a podcast, because we're going to keep you motherfuckers in suspense.
Yeah, did.
You want to know who the fuck are they talking about, we never going to tell you.
Never gonna tell you.
Fort Knox over here, people.
And don't ever ask.
Don't ever ask. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
But go ahead.
But, we'll say we had an individual that, you know, I'm probably one of the most loyal people in this world. I'm loyal to a fault when I fuck with people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You yourself, you know that, like,
Right.
you've been my dog since fucking high school.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And with granted, people, we didn't really fuck with each other in high school. Not that we disliked each other. It was always on some of them shit. Oh, I see you, son. I see you too. You know, like I said,
we just said we knew each other, but we wasn't rocking hard. Yeah.
Right.
True.
You know, we used to knock off the same chicks, so we'll just say that. And we had a situation where, like, we realized we was knocking off the same chick, and unlike most dudes, they'll cop an attitude, or like,
right.
you fucking my broad, or, you know, this, that, and
start
third.
walking up to him, I'm dapping him up with him. Yeah.
Like, a homie hit me like, yeah? I'm like, yeah. Fuck it, you heard me? Fuck, we gonna keep rocking. You dig? That's been my dog ever since. You know?
Did.
And yeah, sometimes you gotta be like that. So it's been that way ever since, man. And
right.
That's one thing I can say about, you know, about Merk. He's always been a stand-up guy. You know, if he fuck with you, he fuck with you. If he don't, he don't.
True.
You know what I'm saying? I'm the same way. And that's one of the things we got in common.
If I fuck with you, oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? But like the key to the situation I was talking about, like I said, I'm loyal by fault. Okay. So when a person started moving funny, I kind of distanced myself from it.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And I was still, you know, I still appreciate the person. I still love the person, but you know, I can't be around the person for the simple fact that, you know, in some of the moves that they made, like, you kind of showed me what it was, how we really had a one-sided relationship.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's another thing, people, be careful about having a one-sided relationship, because some people don't fuck with you how you fuck with them.
That is a fact.
You know, you might think y'all in, you know, that's my motherfucking brother, that's my dog, that's my girl, you know, that's my sister, or how the women say, nah, that's my BM. Mm-hmm. You know, cause all of them fake gay now.
Fake gay, super.
You know, and meanwhile, you could be just a 7-digit number in their phone. Right. You're lucky if you get the area code. You know what I'm saying? Like, that can just be you in their phone. Or meanwhile, you got, that's my brother, this, sister, that. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, fucking with homie, like, tough, and homie just started moving funny. I told homie about some shit, like, I didn't appreciate this. Homie was like, you know, I didn't mean it like that yet. Homie running around the city, you know, spilling family business.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all know, if you know me, I'm a private individual. I don't really talk family business like that.
Right.
Which is why that's one of the reasons we don't say names on this podcast, because it's family business and it ain't none of y'all business.
You did.
Even though we want y'all to be family, but y'all ain't family yet. You know what I'm saying? But when we have this live show, then y'all can come be a part of it. Y'all can come be a part of the situation.
Then everybody would be family.
Then you might get a name or two.
Ah.
You know, but yeah. So that's all it was. So now, I just cheer for the individual from afar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I wish them all the best. You know what I'm saying? I wish them all the success in the world. It's just I can't be a part of your situation.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? That's all. And most of the time, I really would be people. Like, you don't have to beef with a person.
No, not at all.
If you notice a person that ain't moving how they should be moving no more, they're getting out of character and things of that nature. Yeah, the only obligation you have is to notify them of of their flaws and their character that they're displaying at this moment. And if they don't take heed to what you're saying, keep it pushing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's not your job to raise nobody. Even though you may feel like you raised this individual, it ain't your job to do that. That's why we got daddies out here. That's why we got mamas out here.
True.
You know what I'm saying? That's why we got OGs out here. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? And that's another thing. Speaking on OGs, a lot of people don't actually have OGs or big homies that they can go to actually talk about certain topics in certain situations. And I think that's why a lot of people move wrong. Now, I'm not saying that I'm, 100% moving right, but at the same time, I'm not about to jump off the handle and, jeopardize certain situations either, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's why I say, certain people just don't have OGs where they, don't have that person to talk to. And when I say OG, it ain't gotta be somebody who's mad old or whatever. It just could be that person who you have respect for.
Right.
That's around you.
And for those of you who don't speak, slang, what he mean by OG, he mean a mentor. Somebody who can guide you on the right path in life.
True. And like I said, we have a lot of people who don't have that. But like you said, man, with that situation, with the person who, is moving wrong or whatever, like sometimes, like, and I'm gonna say, what that individual should do, like especially when you notice that something had went for a change and went for a shift in your relationship, that should cause them to take a step back and review what led us to this point.
Yeah, and I'm one of them individuals. I'm more so I'm direct.
Okay.
I don't sugarcoat shit.
Okay.
I've always been that way. You know what I'm saying? Some people love it, some people hate it. But at the end of the day, you always gonna know where you stand with me.
Right.
So with me being direct, I'm gonna tell you what it is. Now, what you do with that information afterwards, that's all on you. It all depends on how you build. But with, like, prime example, with me and you.
Okay.
If I hit you, I'm like, hey, you fucking up. You gonna
which you done before.
You gonna ask me how, and then we gonna chop up about it. Then you be like, oh, okay, I see what you're talking about, and vice versa. If I'm fucking up, you notice something, like, hey, you gonna chop it up about it, and we gonna figure out what it is.
Right.
But it's never gonna be like, oh no, that nigga hating.
He hating, right?
No, it ain't, cause it ain't.
And that's what a lot of people need to stop too. Like, when somebody tell you something that's real or speak the truth on you, stop saying that them people hating. It's not hate when somebody actually telling you what's real and giving you some type of what am I trying to say? If somebody basically giving you advice, there we go. Thank you. If somebody giving you advice on how to move different from the way that you're moving, don't say that that's hate. It's not. Because if you tell me something about something that I'm doing and you think that I should move different, I would never say, man, you hating on me. Never.
Yeah, because that's the thing about it. You know me. You know I have genuine love for people.
Right.
Like, looking at me, I look standoffish. Like, I have a face of a motherfucker that be like, man, don't come talk to me.
Right.
But if you approach me, I'm gonna holler at you. I'm gonna dap it up with you. I'm gonna chop it up with you. I don't give a fuck who you is.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you're as successful as the people you talk to for no reason.
True.
You know what I'm saying? You can go very far for talking to people for no God-given reason.
Ain't that cool?
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know who you're gonna learn something from.
True.
Because you always want to learn. Never feel like you know everything. Never.
Because when you feel that way, you done set yourself up for failure already.
Exactly. You can always learn something new. And
Speaking of learn something, we learn something new. Like really, like every day as time go on. Because just like even with last episode, a lot of people just learned about burial insurance.
That's a fact. I know I learned about that shit.
Right. You know, so just like you said, man, you know, you're never too old to learn something new, and never think that you're wise enough to take new information from somebody who's either younger than you or who may not even fit the criteria as you.
Oh, speaking of, I know we talked about Colin being Citizen of the Year.
Okay.
But I think my dog Weedad from Weedad, Chicken. He was just in a magazine. Let me pull that up right quick so I can tell y'all exactly. But like Weedad is one of the people like dog. He's just like he's a beautiful soul, bro.
Okay.
He's a beautiful.
I done ate from his establishment before, but I never had got to meet him or have a conversation with the guy before. But at the same time, when I do see his movement, I always see him showing love. Not only do he show love, he get love shown back. And like I said, just like you said, from what I see, it looks genuine. It don't look like it's fake love. But go ahead.
Yeah, but see, so they put him on the cover of Visionary and Entrepreneur United magazine.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And they captioned it. He gave his government out there.
Right.
Tillery. The New Orleans entrepreneur on using his restaurant franchise to inspire others. And I'm a firm believer. If you ever meet this individual, when I tell you like he's like walking positive energy. You know what I'm saying? Like if you know me, like I post about being positive and how being positive can change your day. As you go on with it. But like this individual was like just meeting him, having a conversation with him. He's a real inspiring person. Like even if you don't like his food or whatever, which I don't understand how you could not like his food. The shit's awesome. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But at the same time, if you can, just go meet him, be a part of him. Like the dude's a real great person. Like he's a walking example of like if you show love to people, people will show love to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So kind of when we was talking about the podcast, like we appreciate the love that you're giving. We're gonna always give that love to y'all as well. Right. So shouts out to Weedad. And if you don't know where that's at, it's right on Canal. So you can
he have two locations. Now I know for sure he have the Gentilly location, which is 4500 Old Gentilly Road. Right. Yeah. So like I said, man, home is doing something major or whatever. Like I said, I never had the chance to have a one-on-one with him or even talk with him or whatever. But like I said, from what I see, homie got his shit moving right.
And that's Weedad's Chicken and Shrimp, people.
Right.
Open Monday through Thursday. 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. and on Fridays and Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. and on Sundays 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Right. And trust me, he didn't ask us to do that. He don't.
Not at all. He don't even know.
That's just my dog. I fuck with him, and I think y'all should fuck with him too.
That's respect and love right there. But we're gonna wrap this episode of They Shoulda Never Gave Us a Podcast up.
When the words of Migos, wrap it up then.
Wrap it up then. And I'm South Beach Merc.
It's your boy D Crosby.
And we out of here.
May peace be upon you, beloveds.
Love.